My ass crack is the fact that y'all are literally so worried about people who get food stamps and telling people to, oh, go get a job, go work. Literally, the majority of people who are on fucking SNAP benefits literally work. I worked at the United States Postal Service 60 plus hours a week, sometimes 70, okay? And I still qualify for SNAP benefits. And guess what? I still took that shit because I still had to feed my children, okay? At the end of the motherfucking day, because I live somewhere. I live in the United States, bitch. Fuck that. Where rent is up the fucking ass.
Decisions. Having children that you cannot afford is still a decision. And one of the things that you might want to think about as the penis is like hovering above your vagina is like, can I feed a child? Can I feed a child if cum were so happen to be released inside of me and then I had a baby? Wild question, I know, but let's see what happens.
I gotta pay for rent, all types of other shit, still get my kids to school, pay for all this other type of shit, and feed them. Yes, I still qualify for SNAP benefits. And I don't get what the problem is with people qualifying for a fucking SNAP. Like, it's like a lazy thing to do, because people get food stamps. It's not. Your motherfucking mother, grandmother, or somebody in your family down the line has gotten fucking SNAP benefits. So spare me with the fucking bullshit. Y'all need to be worried about the motherfucking kids who are about to be going to school with no fucking snacks, no food, no lunches, no nothing. Kids who have to pack their snack lunch, pack their sandwiches and stuff, and they can't do that because their mom or their dad is not getting their SNAP benefits. Like, y'all need to be so fucking for real. Kids are about to be hungry at night, going to school hungry because they don't have enough food in the house because they cut that shit off. Y'all worried about the wrong motherfucking thing. Y'all trying to shame people for getting fucking food stamps. Food, bitch. Food? We're shaming people for eating something that we need to do to sustain our body sustenance. Bitch, are you serious?
How much was your hair? How much was your hair? How much is your car payment? Because I'm looking. See, I peep game. The issue is not just that you're getting food stamps in a vacuum. The issue is that a lot of people will spend on other things and then the food will come last. It's like, if you weren't spending on that hair, because that's what ends up happening, right? You get this lifestyle and then you build the lifestyle around the food stamps and you make just enough to where you still qualify. But the issue is this. What else are you spending your money on? Because we want to sit here and talk about, oh, if I don't get food stamps, my kids aren't going to eat. If we don't get food stamps, they're not going to eat. Are you willing to give up your hair? Like, it looks like she gets her hair done, right? It looks like she gets her hair done. Her car, it looks like those are leather seats or something like that. It looks like a newer car. I'll say it. It looks like a newer car. I want to know how much your car payment is. I want to know how much your car payment is. I want to know how much your home is. I want to know or your rent is. I want to know all those things to see if this is a lifestyle issue or is this I'm living within my lifestyle and I still can't afford food. If you're living within your lifestyle and you're doing all the things that are necessary and you still can't afford food, that's a different conversation to me. Like she said, if you're working 60 hours a week and you still need help with food, I'm all for that. Hey, you're paying taxes. I think maybe some of that tax money should go towards paying your food. You're paying into the system, right? You're paying into the system. So that makes a little more sense to me, but I also want to see your lifestyle. But let's see what else she got to say.
Hoes are so sick in the motherfucking head, and it shows what type of motherfucking human beings you are. It is sick as fuck. And it's getting on my nerves here, and all y'all get on here talk about go work. The majority of people who receive benefits, you guys can look it up since y'all like to do numbers so much, receive SNAP benefits. Because guess what? The government allows us to qualify. It's their qualifications. And they still qualify. What the fuck is the problem? It is not the end of the world that people are getting free food. Y'all are buy TikTok.
All right, so listen to what she just said. She said, the government says that you qualify. The government, so the government is the one feeding. The government has decided that you get to eat. And when the government decides that you don't get to eat, that's a problem, right? Like, we should just, if we're going by what the government decides, well, the government decided you don't get to eat this month. So shouldn't we go by what the government says? Why should we only go by what the government says when it benefits you? But anyways, I'm not going to be petty anymore in this video. What I will say is this, man. Let's talk solutions. If you're on food stamps and you don't want to be going through this the next government shutdown, or you don't want to be going through this the next presidential election when you're sitting there begging for a candidate to keep the food stamp level at what it's at, and don't cut food stamps and don't cut the, I want to give you a process, right? First, I want you to look around at your life, and I want you to really take an inventory of where your money is going. A lot of times it's not an income problem, it's a spending problem. So, are you over leveraged on your rent or mortgage? Meaning, are you paying more than you can afford? If it is more than 30% of your income going towards your rent, right? That might need to change. How much are you spending on food? How much are you spending pretty much to put a roof over your head and food in your stomach and in your children's stomach? Are you having children without being able to afford them? These are all things that I want you to take an inventory of so you can get a realistic point in your life. Next, once you get a realistic understanding of what it would cost, like what should it cost, how much of your income should be going towards said items, I want you to look at your skill set and think, if like, what is the highest level of this skill set, and what do I need to get there? What you can do is go on Indeed.com or any one of these job boards or like where they have applications and stuff for jobs, and I want you to look at the highest level of your job, like whatever you're trying to do and what it takes to get there and how you can do it. You can go on ChatGPT, type in the job, copy and paste the job description, and say, here's my skill set, here's my resume. What do I need to do to get there? And it can give you an outline of what you need to do, give you timelines, give you breakdowns. If you need to get certificates, you need to get continuing education. You don't necessarily need to go get a degree, but you definitely need to start doing things that are going to increase your skill set, right? Like, that is not talked about enough, increasing your skill set. Because what I can tell you is this, it's definitely scary when your life feels like it's not within your control. Like you're just at the whim of the government, or maybe you're at the whim of a partner, or you're at the whim of somebody else, right? And your lifestyle, your sanity is dependent upon whether Trump says yes or no, or dependent upon whether this person says yes or no, or dependent upon whether your landlord raises rent, or dependent upon whether your job gives you a raise. I'm guessing that you would much rather have a life where you have 3 to 6 months worth of bill money saved up, to where most of your income is not going on, or you still have money left over after your bills are paid and you have money saved up, to where you can go on vacations, to where you can go and spend a little extra money on your kids or yourself and not feel stressed all the time. This is the lifestyle that many people want to live, but you forego that when you go get credit cards and can't afford them, when you go put vacations on credit cards, when you live somewhere that you can't really afford, when you're constantly letting your lifestyle creep up as you make a little bit more money, when you're going and getting the new car with your tax money and you're still having to make $200-300 payments every month on top of the $200-300 insurance that you have because the car is newer. All of these things add up, and then you look up and you're like, I can't afford to live. So what I want you to do is I want you to upgrade your skill set. And the next time you get a raise or you start making more money, I don't want you to do anything new. I don't want you to add any new expenses. I want you to try to take expenses off, right? That means your kids, they may have to lay low for 2-3 years. They may not be able to play them sports. They may not be able to go on certain trips. You may not be able to have the Christmas presents and the birthday presents. And guess what? If you're raising them right, they won't care because they understand the value is not within the material things, but the value is within the relationships and the things that you're instilling in them. The presents are just extra. So miss me with well, they're going to miss out on this. No, you're going to miss out because you want to give them everything that you thought you needed and didn't have when you were growing up. And now you're trying to push those things on them, not knowing that they're more stressed because you're broke, not because you didn't give them a Christmas present. So change your lifestyle. That's the solution. Get better skills. That's the solution. Use the food stamps as a Band-Aid. Don't use it as a permanent place to be. Don't rely on them. Get in, get out. Hit it and quit it with the food stamps. Hit it and quit it. Let me know what y'all think. My name is Fitz. Make sure you tap into the Patreon. Appreciate y'all. Information is in the description. Those pinned to the top of the chat. See y'all next time.